Hi everybody, I'm Michael, this is Majel, and we are continuing our dissection of a yoga class where we take different poses and different asanas and just go through them and give you some different options and some different variations. Today, one that we're going to go over, which I think always can use clarification, is the bound warrior pose. So normally we'd come into that position from, let's say, warrior 2, which we covered in another video. So if you're unfamiliar with warrior 2, you can see that in a previous video. So we'll come into it from warrior 2 pose. So Majel, if you will. And of course, remember, through all these poses, you want to be breathing deeply the entire time. You never want to hold your breath in yoga class. So you are breathing calmly, yes? All right, good student, probably one of my best students. But then again, yoga teachers aren't supposed to have favorite students. So maybe I'm a bad yoga teacher. I'll see if I can edit that out. All right, if I can't, then it goes in. So here we are in warrior 2 pose. So now, let's say the top hand would go to the floor on the inside of the foot. Now, Majel's hand made it to the floor immediately, so perfect for her. Let's say your hand doesn't, you could always go to the fingertips, or if a block's available, if you like using them, you could always put your hand on a block. Nothing wrong with that. But for today, Majel gets her hand down, so the hand will be down on the ground. Now, the top arm, the arm goes over the ear and the palm of the hand faces down to the ground. Now the feet are squeezing the floor, that's your stability. The knee is still bent, so you're definitely building some strength in that thigh and the glute muscle. Now as the fingers are pulling forward, that's where the stretch is. You're stretching everything through the whole side of your body. So the ribs are pulling forward, the shoulders are getting rotated, the breathing is still deep the entire time. Now, to get into the bound warrior pose, what we do from here, the top hand goes up to the sky. So these are the different stages, let's say, for this pose. Stage 1, the arm would go behind the back. Now, as the arm goes behind the back, you're opening your shoulder. Perfect. Let's say you're feeling a little more limber today. The hand could slide inside your thigh, depending on how your shoulders are feeling, but you're still opening the shoulder. It's all the same pose, just to a different degree. The next step would be the bottom arm going underneath the bottom leg, reaching underneath and clasping the fingers or the wrist. Now this is a little more intense, the shoulder's still rolling open. Now notice how the hands are underneath the thigh. You don't have an arm going in between your cheeks, because then you're not really touching any muscles and you're probably touching the wrong muscles. And we don't want to do that in yoga class. So now, with the shoulder opening, let's get out of the pose. The bottom hand goes to the floor. The top hand goes up to the sky. Now, without a flaw in your breathing, and when I say without a flaw, I mean you're breathing calmly. Let's come back up into the warrior 2 pose. Wow, that thigh is cooking. Let's gently press the legs straight. Hands come back into prayer. Magnificent, the feet would come together. And there we have it. The beautiful bound warrior pose. Thank you, Majel. Thank you, everyone. So, more poses, current class schedule at yogabook.com. Namaste.